Hi, I'm Ron. I make bamboo products, things out of bamboo because I grow bamboo. I'm a bamboo nurseryman. We've been growing bamboo for 6, 7, 8 years. And this year I decided to make some stuff from it. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I make. Right now I'm going to concentrate mostly on flutes and bird whistles. Alright, so I can't play the bird whistle very well. Bird whistle is simply the ends that are cut off the flutes are used to create these little whistles. And it's actually good practice to learn how to use these end-blown flutes, like the Andean tenors. So I have a lot of bird whistles. Well, not a lot, but I have some bird whistles. And those are cheap little items, great little stuff. If you like bamboo and you're into it. Now, one of the other things I'm doing is I'm practicing a little bit. I don't know how well you can see this, was carving the bamboo. So I carved bamboo into the bamboo. I don't know. This is some kind of smoking device or something. This isn't a flute. I don't know what it is yet, but it's nice beeswax line, carved. Got a hole in it. Got a hole in the back. But it's pretty cool. And I make very little flutes. This is a very little flute. Little flute. I only put 4 holes in this, and it's based on like a minor pentatonic scale. And the reason I do that is I find on the little flutes that the high note is very airy, just doesn't sound as good. And it's just a meditative flute. This isn't for playing with a band. Cute little flute. You know, 20 bucks. You got a great little carry-around flute that you can sit and meditate in the park with, or whatever you want to do. I've got some big flutes, and when I say a big flute, I mean a big. I'm running out of ceiling here. Big flute. Big flute with a rubber pad on the bottom because it's a walking staff. How nice is that? This has an oriental flute built in. I actually find these easier to play built into the staff than as a separate flute. Sad because I had it. Anyway, if you know how to play the flute, you can really knocks them out of the park with this. Really beautiful sound, deep, mellow, beautiful sound. I have another one, which I've jiggied up a bit. and put a cord on so you can sling it over your shoulder kind of thing. Hand bound, you know. The holes on this one are a little bit offset, kind of trying to make it easier on the fingers. They got a really nice sound to them. I really like them. The Oriental staff flutes. Now, staff flutes are a little more expensive. They're going to run between 80 and 125, depending on the flute. This is a smaller staff flute, also with the cord. And this is the one that they talk about in that song, America the Beautiful. You know, spacious skies, amber waves of grain, purple mountains, majesties, above the fluted cane. See? This is what they're talking about. This is a double fluted cane, or a two fluted cane. So it's two flutes. Two. Count them. One, and then another. Two. So you can play this one. Or you can come up the staff to the end. And make sure I have all the holes closed. It's very important, you know. I missed the hole. That's happened to me before. You'd think after 50 years on Earth, you'd learn to find the hole, but you know, these things happen. Now let me see. Over here I have some really cool flutes. Now I just love the character of this flute. It's just got so much character. Let's see if you can see the details in that. It was grown right here on the property, and everything about this just, you know, when you go out and you see the bamboo growing and you see the little lichen on it and you see the rub marks where two canes meet in the wind and rub, and you just have no idea, well I do now, but I had no idea how beautiful that turns out to be on a finished product like a flute. What I did there, and what I'm learning to do, because I am really very new at fluting, is a half hold. So if you half hold, you get that half step up the scale. So a flute like this, you can play a whole lot of notes on if you're actually good at playing the flute. By blowing harder, you get to that second octave. Really interesting instrument. I hope someday, if I keep them in playing, I'll actually be able to. Very nice flute. Again, really interesting markings, natural markings on the flute. So nice big hand. nice deep flute, kind of an airy voice, but I like it. A lot of these are very well tuned. If you get your meter out, you can check them. That's the high do. That's when you want that high do, you know, the do, re, mi thing. You close 5 holes, leave the top one open like that. And you get that high do. Hey, you're learning a lot, huh? Stick with me, because I'm learning a lot too. You know, there are guys out there that know it all. I don't really know much, but I'm learning. This is interesting because I kind of stole the whole design offline, man. There was a picture of a flute, and I measured all the holes, and I figured out the math and made one. And it's kind of like a Japanese type scale thing. I think it skips like the 4th and the 6th or something. Sound. Something you might want to try. This is a nice small flute. This is a 5-hole. Now I did some little carvings on this one because I'm practicing my carving thing. I don't know, I think it turned out okay. Let's see. Cute little flute. I like it. That's kind of based on a Native American kind of pentatonic scale thing. Yeah, for those of you who are into that. All right, got a finger open. That's what happens when you have a finger open. So if you hear that, it means when one of your holes is not quite done right. Now, the way you want to do this is you don't want your tips of your fingers. You want your pads. You want the pads of the fingers. It gives you a much flatter, meatier area to close the holes up. Believe it or not, these small flutes are difficult for me because my hands are like, they're like ham hocks.